Since you do work all over the place, let's talk geography and warranty. What are the 5 most important things you think about in your location when you're dealing with warranties for wraps?
That's a good question. And actually, before I get to it, I just, what Casey talked about in terms of templates, I think it's definitely kind of in the air. And so if you check out the schedule for my booth at the show, tomorrow at 12:30, Kevin Kemp from PG Nola is going to do a whole presentation on making templates for color change. So it's going to, I've already created the presentation for it. It's pretty dope. So definitely check that out if you can. In terms of warranties, it is interesting. I think right now, I think it's just really, you have to be conscious of where you're at and how the material is going to hold up. You know, I installed in New York for years before I moved to Amsterdam. And in Amsterdam, warranty doesn't come up much because the sun doesn't shine very much, so your materials last forever, which is cool. But, I mean, if you're in Texas or you're in Florida, I mean, the sun's going to kill the wraps, so your hoods and roofs are going to go bye-bye quick. If you're in San Diego, the ocean, the salt is going to corrode it, you know. So you really have to manage your customers' expectations and really kind of know your material. I mean, that's one of the presentations I'm going to do in my booth this year is you really have to know, I mean, just analyze the material in full print wraps. There's different laminations that you should use. Are you going to use polyurethane lamination so you get extra warranty? Do you need to use it? Extra cost. You know, sometimes it's better to spend a little more because your customer's going to be happy. It's also telling your customers that, you know, they actually have to wash the car and they actually have to put aftercare products on it. You know, I mean, people get a car wrap and then they don't wash it for 2 years and they come back and they say, this sucks. You know, I mean, it's the same thing with paint, you know, so you have to tell your customers, you have to say, look, this is what you have to do, or you have to sell them a ceramic coating, you know, so I mean, that's kind of in the air right now. Is it the end all be all? It helps a lot, you know, or sell them aftercare products and all that kind of stuff. So I think telling your customers, you know, realistically how long it's going to last or change it up, I think is really important. I think also, it's a weird thing, is manage their personality. I see a lot of people get these wraps and they get, you try to sell them something that's loud and crazy and they're not that type of person. After 2 or 3 months they come back and they say, this is pretty, I don't like it, it's too much. You know, like when I moved to the Netherlands, I was doing full print wraps and I was like, I told my wife, I was like, we're going to wrap our car and it's going to be crazy. And she's like, no, you're not. And I was like, why? She's like, Dutch people don't do that. And I think Tadashi can say the same thing. Japanese people don't have crazy wraps on the car. It's just not part of the culture. And I've seen that in America. One of the first Wrap Institute videos, a series I made, was a brushed metallic on a red Jaguar. And I did it for my partner's friend, and after a week he came back and he says, take it off. I'm like, why? And he says, people are giving me the thumbs up too much. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that kind of thing. But I would say the biggest thing today for you guys is know your warranties, you know, especially for color change. Those hoods and roofs go after 2 years, and you go online, you say, you know, like 3M sucks or Avery sucks. Well, you suck because you don't know your warranty, you know? So, I mean, I feel bad for companies like 3M because they have to deal with stuff. It's outside, you know, you have your phone and 5-year iPhone. Is it out of warranty? Sure. And if you go to Apple and say your phone sucks, they will, you know, tell you suck too. So I think it's just knowing your materials is the biggest thing. So.